Hey there, Facebook. It is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer, and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have got a question for you guys, which is ultimately, what are your highest valued states of being? And why I wanted to bring this one to you is because it's something that I have been sort of thinking into for the last probably 2 years mainly, when I sort of went on the journey of discovering values and all that sort of thing. And ultimately, I remember coming across a brilliant woman who I'd love to dive into much more of her work, but her name is Danielle Laporte. And I remember hearing her interviewed on one of my favorite podcasts, Lewis Howes' The School of Greatness. And it was a couple of years ago. And I remember her talking into the fact that every single thing that we are looking to achieve and do in our lives, whatever goal we're looking to accomplish, ultimately it comes down to a feeling that we believe is going to be generated when we attain that goal. It's not the actual car or house, it's actually how you're going to feel when you get or achieve that goal. And I think that that's, I'm sure a lot of you have heard that, but I think sometimes we need to be reminded of that fact that we're actually chasing feelings, we're actually chasing emotional states of being. And when we can recognize that, we don't have to have, those states of being that we ultimately make us feel most alive. We don't have to have them out there somewhere in the future when we attain some material item or, reach some certain, point in our lives, whatever the goal is. We can actually generate a feeling whenever we so choose. So it's really, really powerful to understand and know what your highest valued states of being are. Or, if you want to look at your goals and look what you're trying to attain, ask yourself, what feeling am I expecting to receive or generate when I attain that goal? And that's where your gold is. Because ultimately, I'm a big believer in the fact that all we have is the right here, right now. So if we only have the right here, right now, and tomorrow is not necessarily guaranteed, then why are we not generating those states of being that, we're throwing out there in the future? Why are we not just identifying what they are and generating them here and now? Because this is our experience of life, all you're ever going to have is the here and the right now, so you might as well get intentional about it and generate the kind of states of being that make you feel most alive in your life. So for me personally, I've identified pretty much 4 states of being that most make me feel alive. They are, feeling energized, feeling engaged, feeling excited and feeling enthusiastic. And I've actually set up my daily life where I get to engage in all of those ways of being, those states of being, every single day. So, I feel totally energized when I'm learning something new, when I'm learning something in particular around human behavior, human potential, all that sort of stuff. When I'm learning something new, particularly around, like human beings interacting, relationships, all that sort of stuff, I feel so super engaged and energized. It's the same thing when when I'm having an aha moment, that makes me feel totally alive. When I have an aha about myself, about another person, about people in general, or, when I'm teaching, when I'm engaging with you guys, I feel so enthusiastic and passionate about, what I'm having to deliver, because ultimately I've set up my life in such a way that I use myself as the guinea pig in all things self-development, so that I can, go through the experience, learn and grow and develop myself. And then whatever I've found really valuable, I simplify and I systemize and I deliver to my clients and to my students. And that is ultimately me living totally each and every day in those, my highest valued states of being. I feel totally energized, enthusiastic, engaged in life, and energized, and so I am hoping that this message and me sharing part of my experience is going to ultimately help you guys to think about, or inspire you guys to think about, what are my most valued states of being, and how can I get intentional on bringing it into my daily experience? Remembering that all you have is the right here, right now. You might as well enjoy it and experience it now. So you might need to look at those goals that you've currently got in place. Whatever your goal is, ask yourself, what is that feeling that I'm looking to generate? What do I expect to feel like when I achieve that goal? And then find ways that you can ultimately bring that into your daily existence. So I've chosen 4 that really inspire and bring that energy and aliveness. That's the point of feeling. It's to feel alive. So we want to identify what they are so that we can bring them in. If you had the question, and how are these different to your values, I utilize them differently. So somebody might have those 4 states of being that I've just spoken into, my 4 highest valued states of being. They might have them as their actual values. But for me, I separate, and I don't know if anybody else does this. This is just personally what I do. I separate my states of being, like those feelings that I want to generate, from the values that I have, because the values to me, they are what really bring meaning to my life. So I have my values that bring meaning, that I want to be living in every day, and then I have the states of being. How do I want to be showing up and feeling, and they're kind of like overarching to one another. But yeah, you've got to get it in your mind as to what works best for you. Personally, that's what works best for me. And I'm absolutely hoping that this message is resonating with you and it's inspiring you to definitely uncover what are your top 4 or 5 states of being that most make you feel alive, and how can you get intentional about bringing them into your daily life. So definitely want to check in with you guys and see who's been able to join me. Before I do, like always, I just want to see if I can catch any more amazing quality of human beings who want to come and join us in the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community, where we are striving and growing and developing, and we are contributing to one another to reach to our highest potentials. So we'd love to have you a part of that community if you are not already, and if you are, thank you. We love having you there. And I have got Rem and Sam and Elf and Hassani and Stavros and Ahmed and Francisco and Mike and yes, I love when you catch me live, Elf. It's awesome to see you. And Sabri and Mitchell and Jeremy and Martin and Mia and Kim from North Carolina. I love it. Or Carolina. And Robert and Cindy's here. Awesome to see you. I love when you catch me live. And Madeline. Oh, thank you so much for your kind and beautiful words there, Madeline. And Sergio and Tony and John. I'm loving that you're enjoying listening. That's awesome, John. And Wyan and Brenton and Jody and Bradley and Matthew and Fazia and Hassani. Yes, this was very helpful. I'll add this to my clarity journal. Thanks so much. You're so welcome, Hassani. And I always so appreciate you contributing to my energy, because I know you're an action taker, and I love that. And Kadek and Sam, my valued states of being are feeling electric, joy, grounded, and flow. Wow, I love those. And I love, your ability to have that self-awareness. And that's awesome, Sam. Yes, awesome. I can imagine a life lived every single day, feeling electric, feeling joy, feeling grounded, and feeling in flow. That sounds like a pretty amazing life to be living in. So I love that, Sam. Thanks so much for sharing. And Marco and Billy and Ram, being part of your live interaction early morning at 4 a.m. in India is the best nutrition to the subconscious mind, gets into a very right and productive state. Oh, that is so touching and awesome to hear, Ram. I love that, and I love that you're such an early bird. 4 a.m. Wow, you're better than me. I love it, and I love having you here as always. And Kim's here, and Carly, and Philippe from Mexico, and Madeline. I would like so much to be a part of the community. Definitely click on the link above this video, Madeline. Request to join and I'll approve you. I can't wait to go deeper with you in that community. And many hugs to you there, Philippe, and Cadec's here, and Alex. And Darren, love you too, darling. Oh, yes, nice to have you, Darren. Thanks for being here. And Agnetta's here, and Jenny from Sweden. Awesome. And Gabrielle and Madeline. For me, it's to feel joy, love, grateful, and energized. Boom, you guys are rocking it. I love that. And so my next step for you guys is to make sure that you are living in those states of being intentionally in your daily life. You know, don't wait to achieve some certain goal in order for you to feel a certain way. Bring those feelings. You have full control over your feelings, emotional states of being. You just have to get intentional. And I was talking to one of my awesome clients just yesterday, and taking him through some values work and giving him the exercise this week to get really intentional, because he's uncovered his top values. And I've really gave him the task, or the homework to do, which you guys might be interested in doing as well if you're committed to your growth, is to ultimately, once you've identified what those values are, for you guys I'm talking about those states of being, to get intentional and set an intention every single morning. So you'd say to yourself, and I used to do this, I did this for about 2 years straight. Now it's just become second nature. But ultimately you identify, you know, today I am going to intentionally be in a state of energy by doing this and this and this. So you identify like what allows you to engage in that state of being. You know, get intentional about it and it's like making a commitment to yourself each day to be operating in those states of being. Or if you want to do it with your values as well, that's what I was getting my client to do. Yeah, definitely do that as well. Get intentional about living in your values and living in your ideal states of being every single day. That is what makes life worth living. And remember, all we ever have is the here and the now, so you might as well get intentional about it right now rather than throwing it out somewhere in the future. So I love that. Thanks so much for sharing, Madeline. And Bobby's here. And Sam, always feel touched by your giving and generosity. Oh, thank you so much, Sam. And likewise, you're so, so kind. And I always appreciate you showing up and being such an action taker. It's awesome. And Kim and Michael and Bill is here. And Elliot, thank you for your daily guidance. You are so, so super welcome, Elliot. I appreciate having you here. And I'm grateful that I got to meet you at Date with Destiny. That was awesome. And Hassani, would you consider feeling financially secure a state of being? If so, how do I generate that daily if I'm not quite there yet? No, okay. I love how many amazing questions you always bring to the surface here, Hassani. So think about financially secure. That ultimately means that something in your external world has to be a certain way in order for you to generate a certain feeling. So whatever that figure is, you know, that financial piece has to be, you identify it for yourself. You know, it means that you have to have your finances at some certain level in order for you to feel a certain way. You want to do the reverse of that. So ultimately, if you want to feel financially secure, ultimately that's a goal and there's some figure that's attached to that. So that's kind of the goal. How will you feel when you have financial security? You know, that's the goal. Financial security is the goal. How will that make you feel? Maybe it will make you feel secure. It'll make you feel safe. It'll make you feel certain. But ultimately, you need to find the feeling that you can tap into and generate without any external needing to be a certain way. So drop off the financial. The financial part is the goal that you're looking to move toward, but the generating of the feeling, that the feeling is the focus here. We need to identify how we will feel. Will you feel proud of yourself? Will you feel a sense of significance? Will you feel like you can contribute more, whatever it is, you've got to go on that journey and identify that for you as an individual, but making sure that those states of being are not attached to anything in the external having to be a certain way for you to feel a certain way. Generate the feeling within, no matter what the external. That's the game, and the goal is in the material, in the outside world there. I hope that made sense. Let me know if I can clear anything else up for you, but I so appreciate your questions, as you know, Huss. And Thor is here. Awesome to see you. So guys, really that is my message for you guys. I hope that it has inspired you to think more deeply about what those feelings are that you want to generate. And, you know, Hassani, yeah, I gotcha. Focus on the feeling. I love be this V. I will feel proud, secure, and at peace. Boom, you've got it. So those are the kind of feelings that you want to be generating and bringing into your daily existence whilst you're working toward the financially secure goal, you know? Okay, so I love that you've got that. You are a quick learner and I love it. And that's awesome. They're great, great, great states of being to bring into your daily existence. And Gary's here, and Marka, thanks for being here. So guys, really go on that journey, discover what those highest value states of being are for you, and bring them into your daily life. You might want to use that intentional process. Try it out for a week and just journal each morning when you get up. Set your intention, how you're going to live in those highest valued states of being, or your values, whatever you want to use, or both. But definitely go on that journey. Jason, thanks for joining. I'm just about to sign off, so I hope you catch the recording, get a ton of value from today's message. I am sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything amazing and extraordinary to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful. I am enjoying kind of like a bit of a cooler change here down in Warrnambool because it got really, really hot. It's a bit rainy today, bit of a weird summer day, but it's still beautiful, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments or feedback, make sure you drop them below and I can engage with you after this video. And also, before I sign off, make sure that you click on the link above and join the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community. Sending you all of my love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.